It was late. Everyone had already gone home. Just the sound of keyboards and the quiet hum of the machines. I could feel it, that she was looking at me, and when I turned, I caught her. For a second, she didn't look away. Neither of us said anything, but something had changed. The silence didn't feel the same anymore. It felt heavier. It was raining. Of course it was. Late, cold, and I had no way home. She looked at me and said she lived nearby, that I could stay, just for the night. It was Friday. We didn't work the next day. I hesitated, but I didn't really have a choice. I didn't expect it. Her place was nothing like her, warm, soft, almost comforting, and then they showed up, Nico and Pam Pam. And somehow, that made everything feel lighter. She gave me clothes, a towel, simple things. But the way she did it was careful, gentle. When I came back, she was waiting. Hot chocolate, food, like she already knew I'd stay. And then the lights went out. It was quiet, too quiet. And suddenly, we were closer than before. Close enough to notice everything. Her voice, her breathing, the way she looked at me. We started talking, not about work, just small things. And somehow, those felt bigger than anything else. I told her things I don't usually tell people, and she listened. Like every word mattered. And then our hands touched. And neither of us moved, like we were waiting. And then they ruined it. Perfect timing. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I remember feeling safe. When I woke up, everything felt different. We didn't talk about it, but we both knew. We acted normal, like nothing changed, but everything had. And then, it almost happened again. We were so close. I could feel it. That moment, right there. And still, neither of us crossed the line. And I didn't know what scared me more, losing that moment or wanting it again. That morning, everything felt different, not awkward, not distant, just charged. Like something unfinished was still between us. We tried to act normal, washing dishes, taking care of Nico and Pam Pam, talking about nothing. But every small movement felt louder than it should. And then, she did something unexpected. She asked if I wanted to go out, just a walk, at the park. I didn't expect that. Not from her, not from someone who barely spoke. But I said yes. We walked in silence, but it wasn't uncomfortable anymore. It felt easy. She brought me to a place I didn't expect. Quiet, soft, almost like her apartment. And then she showed me the ducks, the baby ones. And I swear, I had never seen her like that before. She had this side that she never showed at work. And suddenly, I couldn't stop looking at her. We ended up somewhere quieter, just us, no noise, no distractions. And then it came back, that feeling, that tension, stronger than before. She kept looking at me, not my eyes, my lips. And I felt it, every second. And then she asked softly, almost like she wasn't sure, "Can I?" I didn't even know what she meant. But I nodded. And then she kissed my cheek, soft, careful. And then my lips, my heart, I could feel it everywhere. Like it was too much. And then she pulled me closer. And everything else just disappeared. I don't know how long it lasted. But it felt like everything stopped. And when we finally stopped, I didn't know what to say. She apologized, said she couldn't hold it anymore. That since the first time she saw me, she felt something, and that scared her. She said she didn't know if I liked women. So she stayed away, even when she didn't want to. I laughed, because I thought she didn't like me. She always avoided me. And the truth, I felt it too. I just didn't know what to do with it. And then she said, "Let's do this right." She asked me on a date. Cinema, food, something simple, something real. And for the first time, it didn't feel confusing. It felt right. Going back to work felt different, not heavy, not tense, just easy, like we had finally found our rhythm. It wasn't anything big, just small things, but somehow those mattered the most. We didn't need to say much anymore. We just understood each other. After work, we didn't rush home. We stayed together. And somewhere along the way, we stopped being two separate lives and became something shared. I learned her in quiet ways. The way she liked her coffee. The way she got quiet when thinking. The way she looked at me when she thought I wasn't noticing. And for the first time in a long time, I felt safe. Not just comfortable. Safe. She started opening up too. Slowly. But she did. And loving her became the easiest thing in the world. But there was something I didn't expect. She looked nervous. For the first time since I met her. And then she asked me to stop. My heart stopped. Just for a second. I didn't think. I didn't need to. Because somehow I already knew. And just like that, everything made sense. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't intense. It was right. And for the first time, I wasn't waiting anymore. I was already there. And this time we were starting something real. It started in a quiet corner of the city, where the scent of roasted beans met the soft hum of shared secrets. Camila sat across from Taylor, her red hair vibrant against the warm, sketch-like textures of the cafe. Taylor, elegant in her black outfit, watched the steam rise from her mug, her blue eyes reflecting a quiet depth. I was always the quiet one, Taylor admitted softly. Computers were easier than people. Camila responded with a gentle, knowing laugh. As they left the shop, the world felt lighter. They walked side by side, the distance between them shrinking with every step. Their hands brushed, a fleeting spark that led to Taylor gently interlacing her fingers with Camila's. Inside the cinema, the flickering screen illuminated their joy. Sharing popcorn and laughter, the outside world ceased to exist. Later, they saw the calm of a tea shop, the scent of fresh mint filling the air as they explored a nearby mall. The drive back was bathed in the soft glow of the dashboard. Camila watched Taylor, admiring the confidence in her silhouette. When Taylor invited her in, a flush deepened on Camila's cheeks, but the warmth in Taylor's eyes felt like home. Inside, the atmosphere was playful. Camila immediately bonded with Nico and Pam Pam, the two cats claiming her as their own. Taylor prepared tea and sweets, her movements precise yet graceful, a programmer's logic meeting a host's warmth. Sitting closer now, Taylor's hand found Camila's once more. The air between them grew heavy with a beautiful tension. "Can I kiss you?" Taylor asked. The question was a whisper, a gentle request that Camila answered by pulling her closer. The kiss was soft, a culmination of hours of conversation and a lifetime of searching for someone who truly understood. The night flowed into a montage of quiet intimacy, of shared breaths, and the deep emotional connection they both craved. Morning arrived with a soft, diffused light. Camila woke wrapped in a blanket, a shy smile touching her lips. In the kitchen, Taylor was already awake, wearing a casual black tank top and alien-patterned shorts as she cooked. "Did you sleep well, beautiful?" Taylor asked, her voice morning soft as she turned to greet Camila with a smile. Watching her, Camila realized Taylor was never cold. She was simply a world that needed the right person to enter. They sat for breakfast, the simple meal feeling like a feast, neither wanting this morning or this connection to ever end. The park was bathed in the dying light of a vibrant sunset, casting orange shadows as Camila and Taylor walked slowly toward the pond. Taylor paused, her hands fidgeting with her band t-shirt, her eyes reflecting a mix of quiet fear and the determination to finally speak her truth. "I don't want this to be just something undefined anymore," Taylor whispered. "I want you, for real. Will you be my girlfriend?" Surprise washed over Camila, a flicker of light in her green eyes that mirrored the setting sun as the question hung in the air. Tears welled in Camila's eyes as she laughed softly, nodding her head. "Yes, Taylor. Of course I will," she breathed, voice trembling with happiness. Against the intense glow of the setting sun, their hands gripped each other firmly, a silent pact sealed in the warmth of the evening. Camila pulled Taylor closer, sealing their promise with a soft, unhurried kiss that seemed to stop time amidst the serene atmosphere of the park. As the sun dipped lower, The two stood silhouetted against the horizon, a cinematic portrait of peace and the beauty of a shared commitment. They began to walk again, no longer just friends, but a couple, their steps light and their hands held tight toward a new beginning. Behind them, their footprints lingered in the grass, a final, quiet symbol of the real journey they had just begun together in the fading light.
Hey, if you are enjoying this story, follow us and come back next week for more.